Hey everybody, welcome back to this Tamiya MF-01X Ford Escort Mk.II Rally Kit series. Today we're going to continue the build by working on the rear axles. And this is one of the steps where we make a decision on how much ground clearance the car has. And since this is a rally car, I'm going to use the high setting. So we're going to be working on step 24 and 25. So let's take a look at everything we need. You need to find F5 and F6, which is the left and the right, and then also B13 and B12. I'm also going to need this hardware right here, 2 O-rings, 2 dog bones, 2 bearings, 2 screw pins, 2 ball studs, 2 screws, and also some grease. So the first thing I'm going to do is to attach the ball studs onto this piece right here. It's going to be like this. And we're going to be putting it right here. Do the same for the other side. Then we're going to attach the B13 onto F5. We're going to use the upper hole right here. And it's going to go in this way onto the upper hole here as well. So it's going to be like this. And we're going to use one of those BA6 screws. Just like that. So that is the setting. The ball stud on top and the screw between these two pieces and also on top. So again, it's going to go like this. Next, we're going to work on the axle itself. So we need to find the wheel axle and a bearing in front. And before we put those together, I'm going to put a little grease right here where the bearing's going to sit. Then I'm going to push this in there like that. And then I'm going to drop an O-ring in there with a little bit of grease on it. I'm just going to use a screwdriver to push it down. It should seat all the way down like that. Real simple. Bearing. A little bit of grease. Push it through. Make sure you push it all the way through. There you go, like that. And then the other O-ring. Like that. And just push this down, all the way down. Okay, just like that. All right, and now we're going to bring the chassis back in. We're going to take the left axle. So this is the rear of the chassis, so this is going to be the left. We're going to take this one, and we're going to put the dog bone in there and also in there. Lock it with a pin on the bottom, and then on top is going to snap into the link. So it's quite a few moving parts here, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do first. I'm going to put this pin down because I know the link is going to be a little bit harder to work with than the pin. So it's going to be the upper hole right here through the hole in the bottom suspension arm. And we need to grease everything again, so let's kind of just work it one step at a time. All right, I need to put a little bit of grease on this upper hole here. And let that push through. Okay, make sure there's free movement, and I do. All right, next we're going to put in the dog bone, but before we do that, I think I'm going to snap the link onto this ball stud right here, and I'm going to grease both ends of the dog bone, and one end of it is going to go onto the outdrive and the axle on the other side. You may have to spin the axle to line up how the dog bone can go in. So when you're done with this step, it should look something like that. Now we need to squeeze the suspension a little bit so I can reach over here and snap that on. Just like that. Okay, let's work on the other side. Okay, again, let's put the grease in that hole first. And get the pin ready. Go back to this side. And push that through. Again, I'm going to snap this on. Grease both ends of the dog bone. Going to push this end into the outdrive first, and then I'm going to line it up with the axle. Like that, and I'm going to turn the axle until the dog bone lines up. I didn't get it all the way in. There we go. So it should look like that. And now I'm going to snap this on. Okay. When you're done, it should look something like this. Alright, and that's it for today's video. We put together the rear axle and we mounted it onto the chassis. And you can see this is how the rear suspension is going to look like when you're done. So thanks for watching this video. If you got anything out of it, please drop a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.